God has given us life to live, and that life is best lived by grace. Hello po sa inyong lahat. Ito po si Baljamin Tatlong Hari at kayo po ay patuloy na nanonood ng Life and Grace. We're so excited for today. Nasa lesson number 6 na po tayo ng ating pong book study na pinag-aaralan na sulat po ni Andrew Wommack ng How to Become a Water Walker. Ang ating pong episode title for today ay may pamagat na Look for Something More. Pag-uusapan po natin kung paano tayo dapat ma-challenge na mag-desisyon, gumawa ng pagpili para piliin natin na tayo po ay magtatagumpay. Hindi po tayo mapadala sa problema. To choose a different attitude kaysa sa mga kasama natin. An attitude na makapagdadala sa atin na maisip natin at mapaniwalaan natin that there is something more of God na available para ating kunin at maranasan. Sige po, pag-usapan po natin ito. Let's do a review po ng ating pong huling lesson. Sabi natin, the Lord commanded the disciples to cross over the other side of the lake. Therefore, sila po ay naroon dahil sinabi ng Panginoon. Nakakaranas po sila ng bagyo sa pagsunod nila sa Panginoon. They had started to obey Him, which is the reason they were in the storm. Hindi po lahat ng bagyong ating ma-encounter sa buhay ay caused by our own ignorance and belief o kaya naman ay kasalanan. We can be perfectly led by God and still experience hardship. Pinag-usapan po natin ito nung nakaraan. Kasi po, Satan will come against us. May mga circumstances na aakalain nating ikalulunod na natin. But that is not always an indication na na-miss natin ang panawagan ng Diyos. The disciples ay naroon sa lugar ng eksaktong sinabi sa kanila ng Panginoon. Tumatawid po sila sa kabilang ibayo. And the Lord was aware of their situation. Jesus came walking on the water to them. But the scripture says, He would have passed them by. Natakot po sila. Akala nila multo si Jesus and immediately the Lord told them, Ako ito, huwag kayong matakot. Yun po yung sabi ng Panginoon. So the Lord revealed Himself to them. Sabi niya, ako ito. But it was their responsibility, responsibilidad po ito ng mga disciples, to call out to Him and draw on His power by faith. Kasi nakita nila ang kapangyarihan ng Panginoon, lumalakad si Jesus sa tubig. Nagpapakita siya ng kanyang kapangyarihan, and it is the responsibility of each and every one of them to draw on that power ni Jesus. Ganon din po ang ating responsibilidad. Tayo pong mga born-again believer, tayo pong mga born-again Christians. God is with us in the midst of whatever situations you are in. But we must call on upon Him sa pananampalataya, hindi po sa desperation, hindi po sa bitterness, hindi po sa frustration o sa pagpipiti. Lagi po siyang nariyaan para po tayo ay tulungan. Subalit, kailangan nating tumawag sa Kanya ng may pananampalataya. Kailangan din nating maintindihan na si Lord ay nagpakita sa mga disciples na lumalakad on top of the situation that could have destroyed the disciples. Hindi siya naliligalig po sa mga problema sa mundo. God is not overwhelmed by our problems. Kahit ano po ang problema natin, He is on top of it and nothing is impossible for God. Kaya po sabi niya sa verse 6, Mark chapter 6 verse 50, Be of good cheer, it is I, be not afraid. Pansinin po natin na si Jesus, sinabihan niya po itong mga disciples na to be of good cheer or to rejoice before the wind ceased and while the adverse situation was still going on around them. Ang ibig sabihin po nito, we must operate in faith before we see our deliverance. Hindi po pagkatapos. Marami po kasi ay nagiging masaya at nagiging in good cheer kapag nakita nilang wala na yung problema. No, the Lord told them to be in good cheer habang nasa gitna po sila ng problema. Most people today ay hindi tumatawag kay Lord in faith. They call out for help in desperation. They call out for help na nagpapaawa sa Panginoon. But that is not really in faith. Now, our question is this: how can you tell if you're in faith? In true faith. According po sa dalawang scriptures na pinag-usapan natin noong nakaraan, Colossians chapter 2 verse 7, Mark chapter 6 verse 50, pinag-usapan natin ngayon, you will be abounding in thanksgiving, full of good cheer, at hindi ka natatakot. Yun po yung masasabi nating nasa pananampalataya ka. Ang tawag natin ay nasa overcoming faith. Yung faith na nakaka-overcome. Ngayon, if you're struggling with your emotions at pinaglalabanan mo ang mga takot na ito, it doesn't mean that you are totally not in faith. Hindi po yun ang ibig nating sabihin. At hindi rin po yun ang gusto nating ipakahulugan. What I'm saying is that you are not yet abounding in faith. If you are still struggling with all those things, then your faith has not been made perfect yet. But the good news is that you can overcome that and begin rejoicing in the midst of your problem anyway. In fact, you don't always have to have perfect faith to be able to see your deliverance manifest. Yet, you should be shooting for abounding faith. Yung pong faith na nag-a-abound sa pagpapasalamat. Ito po yung gustong nating marating. Ito dapat yung ginugusto mong maabot. Ang mag-umapaw sa pananampalataya sa iyong pagpapasalamat sa Panginoon kahit nasa gitna ka ng pagsubok. You must learn to operate in faith before you see your deliverance, not afterward. Si Jesus po, sinabihan niya ang kanyang mga disciples at nagsalita siya sa kanila na sinasabi niyang, be of good cheer, it is I, be not afraid. Let us look kung ano po yung sagot ni Peter dito. Sabi po sa Matthew chapter 14, verse 28, and Peter answered him and said, Lord, if it be thou, bid me to come unto thee on the water. Sabi po sa wikang Tagalog ay ganito, sumagot sa kanya si Pedro, Panginoon, kung ikaw po iyan, papuntahin mo ako diyan sa iyo sa ibabaw ng tubig. Wow! Tandaan po natin, ang mga disciples na ito ay nag-spend ng more or less 7 to 12 hours in the boat trying to get across to the other side of Galilee. Okay? On a normal journey, mga 2 hanggang 3 oras po lang dapat ang kinakailangan nila para makatawid po sa lawa. From sa lugar na pinanggalingan na, I believe ito po ay Tiberias, papunta pong Bethsaida. 10 kilometers lamang po ito. But they were there only halfway across the lake. And in the midst of everything, Jesus came to them walking on the water. Nakita nila ang Panginoon at sumigaw sila sa takot. And basically, ang sinasabi sa kanila ng Panginoon ay, lakasan ninyo ang inyong loob, ako ito, huwag kayong matakot. Essentially, sumagot po si Peter, Panginoon, kung ikaw po iyan, papuntahin mo po ako diyan sa iyo, sa ibabaw ng tubig. Ang ibig sabihin niya, palakarin mo rin po ako diyan sa tubig. Alam niyo po, kapag atin pong tiningnan at ating pinag-aralan ng sagot ni Pedro sa Panginoon, para sa akin, obvious na may nangyari dito kay Peter na siya lamang out of the other disciples na nakasakay po sa bangka ang nakakita. Na kahit nasa gitna sila ng bagyo, sa gitna ng dagat, ay mas pinili niyang pansinin ang himalang ginagawa ni Jesus over sa dilubyong nararanasan nila. Peter was affected in a supernatural way by his encounter with the Lord. He was able to unplug himself from his own personal dilemma out in the boat and focus on the miraculous power and ability of God. Naihiwalay niya yung sarili niya mula sa dinadanas niyang problema na wala doon ang focus niya. At ang tiningnan niya ay ang himalang ginagawa ni Jesus. Sabi niya siguro, teka, si Jesus to, paano siya nakakalakad sa tubig? Gusto ko rin yun. Ang focus niya ay nasa kapangyarihan ni Lord na gumagawa ng miracle at hindi sa takot na mamatay na dala ng kanilang sitwasyon. And in order to become a water walker, you must first get out of yourself. You must unplug from your own personal problems and the fear about what's happening to you and focus on God. Hindi mo pwedeng pabayaan ang iyong sarili na kinakain ka na ng sarili mong problema at ng mga imposibleng kinakaharap mo that you lose sight of the Lord and what He can do. Although kalimitan po ay ganito ang nangyayari, pero wag mo itong hahayaan. Kapag nasa gitna na tayo ng problema, nakakalimutan na natin si Lord o hindi na natin napapansin si Lord kahit kasama natin siya because hindi niya tayo iniwan at hindi natin napapansin ang kanyang kapangyarihan na pwede niya tayong iligtas. You can get to a point where you look at and think about your own situation so much that you forget the miraculous power of God. Now, Peter was just as caught up in the situation as everyone else. Pare-pareho lamang po sila ng nararanasan kasi nasa sa isang boat lamang sila. However, noong nagpakita na si Jesus, he started believing God for something greater. Nagpasimula siyang mag-isip ng kung nakakalakad tong si Jesus sa ibabaw ng tubig, pwede rin ako. Pinaniwalaan niya ang sinabi ni Jesus na lakasan mo ang iyong loob, ako ito at huwag kang matakot. At siya po ay humakbang sa pananampalataya. He responded positively to the Lord. He believed the Lord's words and began to act upon them. At ang resulta po, Peter was able to rise above his present situation. Ang malakas na hangin at ang malalaking alon ay hindi ito ang tunay na issue. Naunawaan ni Pedro na ang Panginoon ang kanyang kasama at ang kanyang kapangyarihan, his power, was available to him. So he began to respond to that and look for something more. If you are going to be a water walker, you must get your focus off of your circumstances and look to God for something more. Ang mga negative na sirkumstansya sa iyong buhay ay may potensyal na ikaw ay wasakin o ikaw naman ay i-motivate nito. Your negative circumstances in life has the potential to either destroy you or to motivate you. Magbigay po ako ng isang example. Alam niyo po, may kilala pong minister ng pangalan ay si John G. Lake and I hope narinig mo po siya. Narinig na po niyo ang patungkol kay John G. Lake. He was a very known healing minister who was born in Canada in 1870. He saw 8 of his 16 siblings die prematurely due to sickness. Namatay po sila early bago pa po sila mag-turn ng 21. So, masyado pang bata. And for 32 years, there was always at least one member of his family who was an invalid. Lagi pong may nangyayaring gano'n. When his young wife, si Jenny, took ill dahil po sa problema sa puso and was on the verge of death, ito pong si John G. Lake cried out to God. Ang sabi niya, Lord, why are you letting these things happen? And the Lord answered him saying, it is not me who is letting this happen. You are. Sabi ng Panginoon, hindi ako ang nagpapahintulot nito na mangyari. Ikaw ang nagpapahintulot. This is not my will, sabi sa kanya ng Panginoon. Satan is killing the members of your family prematurely, and it is your responsibility bilang Kristiyano to do something about it. You have the authority to heal these people. So John G. Lake heard God, believed it, and saw his wife raised up. He began a miracle ministry called the Healing Room that saw well over 100,000 documented cases of divine healing in just 5 years. At one time po, in 1950, during 1915, John G. Lake's Healing Room were responsible for shutting down a hospital in Spokane, Washington. Ang pangalan po ng hospital ay Deaconess Hospital. Nagsara po ito kasi halos lahat ng tao doon pinagaling nila. Lahat po ng pangyayari sa family ni John G. Lake, ito pong sickness, death, and loss could have just overwhelmed and ibagsak po itong si John G. Lake. But he became motivated to seek God and His Word. He declared, there must be more. Meron pa dapat dito. And I will see the miraculous power of God manifest in my life. Yung po yung sabi niya. And he did. Nangyari po sa kanya. Ganito ang ginawa din ni Peter. He trusted God. Jesus appeared and spoke, be of good cheer. It is me. Don't be afraid. Pinaniwalaan niya po yung salita na ito ng Panginoon. In essence, the Lord was saying, magtiwala ka sa akin. Ang kapangyarihan ko ay naririto para sa iyo. And Peter responded positively and started believing for something more. He was able to look past the howling wind and the crashing waves. He looked past the things in the natural realm and focused his attention on Jesus. Kagaya ni Pedro, we have to respond positively to his words instead of looking at our negative circumstances. At kagaya din ni Pedro, we have to choose a different attitude than the rest of the people around us. An attitude that there was more of God available than what we are presently experiencing. Alam niyo po, when Peter did that, he stepped out and walked on the water. Walang sino man po sa atin ang nakakaranas na ng lahat ng ninanais ng Diyos na maranasan natin. What I mean is, there is so much power available sa Panginoon na pwede nating i-draw on at mamuhay tayo ng may katagumpayan sa buhay. Kaya mo bang lampasan ng tingin ang mga sirkumstansya mo sa buhay? Can you get out of your boat of self-pity and look sa Panginoon lamang? Are you able to look past your situation and see God? That God is victorious and will able to give you hope and encouragement? O pipiliin mo na lang na umupo dyan sa isang tabi at hahayaan mo na ang sirkumstansya ng buhay mo ay i-overcome ka na lamang? The decision is yours. Kailangan mong sagutin ang mga tanong na ito if you are going to walk on water and see the miracles of God happening in your life. First of all, you must lift your head. Tama na po yung paglulungkot-lungkot at pagkaka-discourage. Tama na yan. Start looking for something else. You have to have hope that there is something more than what we are or what you are currently experiencing. Shake yourself. Isingin mo ang sarili mo. Get out of that frustration. Get out of that discouragement and despair. Decide to overcome. Sabihin mo sa sarili mo, ma-overcome ko ito. Alam niyo po itong si Peter at that exact moment was not ready to believe God fully. But at least, he called out to Jesus and started making a demand on God's power. Sabi niya, Panginoon, kung ikaw po yan, papuntahin mo po ako dyan at lalakad po ako sa ibabaw ng tubig. Will you do the same? Dito po kayo iwanan sa huling verse na ito, Isaiah chapter 41 verse 10. Ang sabi po dito, huwag kang mangamba dahil ako ang Diyos mo. Palalakasin kita at tutulungan. Iingatan kita sa pamamagitan ng aking kapangyarihan na siya ring makapagliligtas sa iyo. I hope meron po kayong natanggap at na-encourage po kayo to decide and to learn na there is so much more in the power of God kaysa sa present nating na-experience sa ating buhay. Ito po si Benjamin Tatlong Hari. Life is best lived by grace. Shalom!